What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know I just went ahead and made a video the other day discussing how we all shouldn't really be getting hyped for the next Call of Duty game and how right around the corner there's going to be more information coming out, more leaks, and probably some official stuff as well launching that will be really trying to push at our buttons to get us to be convinced that this is going to be the next big thing. And I was like, please, don't fall for the hype. Just keep a level head, watch how things pan out a month or two down the road after it launches. Then maybe, go ahead and make a decision about it. But, right off the bat, don't fall into it just yet. And not even a day in, it seems the whole community is already completely caved. And it seems that we are once again going in the direction of the typical Call of Duty cycle. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and hop into the topic of today's video, if you do enjoy FPS content and you enjoy what you hear in today's video, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification button. We are on the grind to 50,000 subscribers, and we are grinding bit by bit every single day. So thank you to each and every one of you guys who have been supporting, watching the content, subscribing, showing that love. It means the world to me. And of course, like I said, we're going to keep on grinding and see where we can get. And last but not least, I do want to mention we are back home, so we will be putting up a stream over on Twitch. So if you guys want to tune into that, the links to all of my socials are indeed down in the description of this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, not even a day in, it seems the community has already folded. Like I said, I understand where people are coming from right now. You look at this game and you look at Sledgehammer's track record. Yeah, they've had some flops, but Vanguard was literally Modern Warfare 2019 with, additional fixes. And here we are with Modern Warfare 3, I guess is what we're going to be calling it. And it's pretty much probably going to be the same thing. It's going to be Modern Warfare 2 2022 with additional fixes. And is that really a bad thing? No, I guess that's not a bad thing. And really, if you think about it back in the day, the OG Modern Warfare 3, if, the time periods are going to be lining up perfectly like they did back in the day, which they haven't been because Modern Warfare 2019 wasn't better than COD 4, and Modern Warfare 2 2022 wasn't better than Modern Warfare 2 2009. So far, it's not really lining up. But let's say the extremely small chance is there, and this game does follow up with the previous past. Modern Warfare 3 compared to Modern Warfare 2, the OG games, was a pretty decent improvement. Sledgehammer Games ran that multiplayer experience, and they pretty much took everything from the OG Modern Warfare 2 2009 and enhanced on it to make it more polished and play a bit better. So if they're planning on following history, then yeah, this could be interesting. But I personally don't believe, and again, it's all personal opinion. Nothing I'm saying here is facts. I'm not saying they have to do anything, obviously, but personal opinion, I think the best thing to do is not start getting the community stirred up, because this is how the sales start popping off. It's when we start, leaving little bits and pieces here and there to get people, to be a bit excited. I mean, look at this first message right here from Charlie Intel. Again, Charlie Intel, thank you, obviously, for posting a bunch of stuff, obviously giving us a bunch of information, showcasing things to us for the Call of Duty community, and keeping things straight. He has been vocal and stuff of that sorts. But I just don't think something like this is very healthy. Going ahead and saying over on Twitter to, obviously, a lot of people follow Charlie Intel and respect a lot of stuff that he says. And he goes ahead and puts, I know people will screenshot this tweet, but I have faith in Sledgehammer Games. And I can't believe it again. I can't believe it again, It's been year after year after year. We've been saying these things. We've been falling into the Call of Duty cycle. We've been getting influenced to hype up every single game. And every single one has failed us. Every single one. This same quote has probably been said across the board by so many different content creators. Again, not just specifically calling out Charlie Intel. I'm not even trying to call out. I'm just saying that this, behavior isn't healthy for the overall community. But again, this quote has been said every single time a new Call of Duty game releases for every development team. Yet every game releases to be something that just isn't what the community wants at the end of the day. Yeah, Warzone always ends up, being polished off and fixed up. But what about multiplayer fans? People who want 6v6. They're probably not going to end up with, a game that will really keep them completely interested for the whole year out. And even if it is decent enough, what about the live service methods? Are they going to keep up with that? Give us free content, stuff to play with? Are the microtransactions still going to be absolutely out of this world? $30 bundles, probably even more in the future? How is Activision going to be abusing the overall community? The whole point of avoiding this hype and avoiding the next game is to keep a standard hold Call of Duty at a standard that we want them to be set at, so the community can finally have some type of voice. But, like I said, again, saying stuff like this, it just, I understand. I completely understand where he's coming from. And again, I see the same potential as well. I totally see the potential. I really do. But I think it's much safer to hold off or wait until the game launches, forget the beta, forget trailers, forget gameplay, forget everything. Wait till the game launches a month or two down the road. We can see how they're going to handle the game, what their idea of the game is, where their focus is, whether it's Warzone or multiplayer. We can get a general idea of what the concept of Modern Warfare 3 will be all about. But already before we even have an official date from Activision themselves, is just going to, once again, cause that hype. It's going to get the train rolling, and as stuff starts being produced, as Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games, Activision starts pushing stuff out, the hype has already been established earlier on, and it's going to build up as they keep pushing it through. Again, even stuff like this from the Ghost of Hope, saying, I know COD Cycle, blah, 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 but I think this year will be a fine addition for multiplayer by Sledgehammer. I think Outbreak 2.0 by Treyarch will be good filler till 2024 round-based returns. And again, I don't completely disagree, just like with Charlie Intel. I don't completely disagree with what he's saying. Yeah, I want to have hope that Sledgehammer will produce something here. I want to have hope that they will actually bring something to the table. And again, if they can actually polish off the formula, keep it in the Modern Warfare 2 engine, the Modern Warfare 2 realm, obviously, since they're going to be continuing the campaign, it's going to be basically the same game. Pack us with content, give us all the Modern Warfare 2 DLC that was basically, leaked earlier for what was going to be in year 2. Give us all that stuff and just fix the stuff the community was complaining about, and you might have yourself a pretty good title, along with Outbreak 2.0, to hold people off a little bit until Treyarch can really produce a banging zombies experience. It might not be too shabby. Saying it too early like this is the problem. That is literally the problem. We don't know what's in store. Maybe they have some leaks and some sources behind the scenes, but realistically, we don't know what the final product is going to be. And seeing stuff, like I said, year after year after year being said about all the other previous COD titles, you would think after a certain amount of time, we would all just accept it and wait. Because, even a lot of these people have been on different calls as well with the developers, and the developers have literally told them good things, good feedback. They report it back to us. We're all convinced, we're all ready for it, and then the developers completely change their mind. And at the end of the day, it's not their fault because they were told certain information. But, after having stuff like that happen, we should be pulling back a bit. Wait, even if they tell you something, take it with a grain, just a little tiny grain of salt, nothing more, just a little grain of salt. Take it at that. Because then when the game comes out, our expectations will be more leveled. I know some of these tweets are very basic, it's not like they're over saying, oh yeah, this is going to be the best game ever, it's going to be absolutely outstanding, it's going to blow everything out of the water. They're not saying any of that stuff, but again, I feel like people believe more stuff like this than they do anything else. People understand what others are over-exaggerating. People understand, marketing, so on and so forth. I guess some, not everybody, because they still sell through that. But, when we're very casual about it and we're just, in our early speculation phase, it's hard for the Call of Duty community to be able to stay level-headed because we are an excited bunch. We want something to come out of this franchise, and we've been waiting a long time. So when it's time, when stuff starts getting announced, we get riled up, and, depending on the direction that, big influencers take, that's the direction that a lot of people end up taking as well, and that's going to determine if they open up their wallets or if they don't open up their wallets, especially when the marketing starts kicking in. I feel like a lot of people out there should be definitely pushing for just staying neutral until launch. Don't overhype yourself. Don't over-expect anything. I feel like that's what we should be over-focusing on when it comes to getting content out, whether it's tweets, posts, content on YouTube, streams, opinions, all across the board. So the point of the video is basically, I really think we should calm our horses. We're going too far right now. I knew it was going to happen, and I just had to go ahead and address it. My word means absolutely nothing, I know, but I still think it should be put out there at a certain point. Please, stay neutral, relax. As content comes out, as stuff comes out, we'll speak about it. Whether it's going to be positive or negative, we'll give our opinions about stuff. But when it comes to if this game is going to be good, if this game is going to be a banger, if it's going to be successful for Call of Duty, we got to wait and see. Because we've been told time and time and time again that it would, and every single time we've been let down, and every single time it never lived up to the expectations of the overall community. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new enjoy the content, subscribe with that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, this too, where you do so over Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.